Okay, so all right, it's CJ. I think I have two rants today. I have two. Um, Both are political rants. So, the first one, Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley, the former governor of South Carolina, she resigned today, as of this morning, from being the UN ambassador, which is, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Nikki Haley. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not a fan because I actually worked for the state of South Carolina while she was governor. And I mean, coming from Florida, I really felt like South Carolina was horrible behind the times with technology. Um, it was very archaic. Let me just say it that way. Working in Department of Revenue in South Carolina was very, very archaic. Paper, paper, paper everywhere. Not even utilizing email the right way. Any type of notifications and things like it was just archaic, whatever. But I will say this: I commend her for leaving because she was one of the ones that did have a little bit more of a free reign on independent thought, and so she would speak her mind often, which is good for us because it was someone there that you hear Trump say one thing, and then Nikki Haley is giving a speech on the UN floor the next day, and she's saying something completely different, which would usually be more in line with what our foreign policy has historically been. Okay, so it was like, oh, okay, maybe she's not just a mouthpiece. She's actually, on her shit, doing her own thing. It's hard to have integrity in this administration. It really is. It's hard to stick to your guns. You can see it. People who are normally, you're able to disagree with, but you still respect. Those people aren't, they're just not the same people right now. They're just not. And it's really sad to see, but I will commend Nikki Haley on actually resigning because I'm telling you, this administration will taint your legacy. It is going to taint many a legacy. You can even look toward Kellyanne Conway. When she first started, she was this beautiful blonde. She was older looking, but she was still beautiful. She had that quick smile. She's always had this smile like permanently plastered on her face. And now she just looks beat down and drained. And yeah, you could keep blaming the mainstream media for the pushback and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Kellyanne is smart enough to know that the emperor has no clothes. She's just really good at what she does. And in doing so, to me, she kind of sold her soul to still be with this administration. I don't have to like your policies to not dislike you as a person, if that makes sense. Or I should say that differently. I don't have to dislike you as a person just because I dislike your policies. I should say it that way. So that's the first. That's the first thing is Nikki Haley. Hey, you got tired of the bullshit. You was like, you know what? This isn't worth it. This isn't worth my legacy. This isn't worth, my energy, especially when you are of Indian descent. And you see this president is racist. He's very careless with the things he says, the things he does. Is very dangerous. Now, while I do like certain people in place to kind of be a check on that, UN ambassador is not a check on that because it's not like you control anything. You can be a filter or a check. Congress is supposed to be the check. The courts is supposed to be the check. That's why it's 3 branches of government. One of those branches is failing, and the other, he just nominated a very, very partisan judge too. So I'm not sure how much of a check that's gonna be. But again, Nikki Haley, I commend you, lady, from one minority to another. You know, I've spoken very, very, very harsh in the past and been very critical, but I will concede that this is probably a good thing for you, and I'm really glad that you took the step to do it and walk away with, you know, what is left of your sanity, I'm sure, and your dignity. So I do appreciate that. Okay, and then so that's gonna be my little rant on Nikki Haley. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split it into videos. So the next video, I'll get into what I really, really wanted to talk about today. About, how do I want to say this? Kind of sort of the Me Too movement, but also this thing with white women, black women, and how we do we identify with our race first and then our gender, or vice versa. And that's an interesting conversation, and I would love for other people to kind of get involved with that one, because we're seeing a lot of this lately. So hang around, click, you know, the next video is coming up, and then, you know, you let me know your thoughts, guys too, especially guys, because a lot of this stuff affects you all, and I want to hear it. So hey, again, it's TJ, you know, with another rant. And if you want to like and subscribe so you'll know when I post more videos, because I'm sorry, I know I deleted the website and I had to start all over, but it's cool. We're here together. We're good. So, all right, I will see y'all in the next video.